Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been putting off talking about this one for a while now, not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now it's time. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer begins by admitting their initial 3-star rating might have been too harsh, acknowledging the possibility they received a less-than-perfect unit due to normal manufacturing variations. Although acquired for a very good price, this monitor presented some immediate physical challenges. The stand was found to be excessively wide, taking up a significant amount of desk space, and its height adjustment was so limited that our reviewer had to place it on a box to achieve a comfortable viewing level. The primary source of disappointment, however, was the visual experience. This client had specifically chosen this IPS display to avoid issues like color banding sometimes found on other panel types, but the image quality did not meet their expectations. They described the screen as having a slightly milky or washed-out appearance, where the backlighting seemed to overpower the richness of the colors. This was particularly noticeable in games, where this new display looked less clear than their older, supposedly lower-spec monitor, a fact they attribute to a surprisingly low pixel density for a modern screen. Attempts to correct these issues through calibration were frustrating. Using online tools, our reviewer found it impossible to get the settings just right. Adjusting one setting to fix a problem would negatively impact the rest of the picture, rendering the display unpleasant to look at. In performance benchmarks, the higher refresh rate of this gaming monitor also seemed to be more demanding on their system, resulting in slightly lower performance than their old display. Ultimately, despite its modern features, this client concluded that the image quality was a step down, leaving them preferring the look and feel of their previous, much older screen.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer recently upgraded their entire PC setup, including the monitor, after holding on to their old one for over a decade. Initially, our reviewer made the mistake of purchasing a large, 27-inch display from a local store, only to realize it wasn't compatible with their NVIDIA graphics card due to the lack of G-Sync. Also, the size felt overwhelming for desktop gaming. It was a nice 4K monitor, but much too big. After returning the oversized screen, this client embarked on a lengthy research process, poring over countless reviews to find the ideal size and features. It became clear that a smaller monitor around 25 inches was the sweet spot for comfortable desktop gaming. This particular display, which is technically 5 inches, turned out to be exactly what they needed. The reviewer was relieved they didn't go any larger, as the field of view on bigger screens can be difficult to manage during intense gameplay. The color quality is excellent, requiring no adjustments straight out of the box. The build quality is also impressive, with a sturdy base. The ability to turn off the often annoying backlights found on many modern devices is a welcome feature. This person appreciated the high-quality packaging as well. The only slight drawback is the price, which our reviewer admits is a bit steep. However, if this monitor proves as durable as their old one, they consider it a worthwhile investment. They also like the monitor's understated design, which avoids overly childish or gimmicky aesthetics. Practical features like the built-in cable management and adjustable height are appreciated. Overall, this client is happy with their purchase, especially since smaller monitors in this size range seem surprisingly difficult to find. The inclusion of all necessary cables was another plus. While the initial plan was to deduct a star for the cost, the reviewer ultimately decided the monitor's positive attributes outweighed the price consideration.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer was impressed with how quickly this monitor arrived, especially considering the distance. The packaging was robust, ensuring everything, including the stand and base, reached them in perfect condition. Having owned products from this manufacturer before, our reviewer is hopeful this monitor will have a long lifespan. While the price might be considered reasonable to some, factoring in international shipping to Fiji bumped up the total cost significantly. However, it was a necessary component to complete their existing setup, which includes a high-end gaming rig, so ultimately the investment felt worthwhile. So far, the client is happy to report no dead pixels or any annoying backlight bleed. They always research potential issues before purchasing tech online, understanding that returns and replacements from Fiji can be a logistical challenge. This client tested the monitor with a couple of games, including a classic title and a fast-paced modern shooter. While they honestly couldn't discern a massive difference between their previous 144Hz monitor and this one's 240Hz refresh rate, the gaming experience felt somehow smoother and more responsive. This reviewer had no issues with their previous screen, but owning this monitor just provides a certain satisfaction. They would also like to thank the retailer for facilitating the purchase and the shipping company for the fast and secure delivery. They hope this quality piece of technology lasts for many years, reflecting a desire for durable and environmentally conscious consumption. A big thank you from Fiji.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.